The one analogy we always use that if Scream 5 was the greatest hits, this one is the punk rock B-side of the Scream franchise. And I think we did that, and we brought some action to it and really ramped up the intensity of what's going on within the movie. And I think that's going to make the movie more fun, make the city more prevalent, make you feel like you're in a different place and watching a different Scream, but still getting a genuine Scream movie.
One of the things that was so interesting to us is that we all got really excited about New York. The things that we get excited about as movie lovers when we hear something is in New York. It's got an energy that you just love seeing in movies. And I think one of the things that we did is we wanted to make this a movie that is about people living their lives in New York, not New York.
Not the tourist version.
Yeah, so we were like, this isn't about going to the Statue of Liberty and Empire State Building. This is about people living their lives in a giant city where there's millions of people. And how does that energy affect it, especially in contrast to a small, sleepy suburb like Woodsboro? So I think for us, it was really the excitement of how do we take the energy that we get when we read the script, the energy that we want to put into this movie, and the energy you get just from New York, period, and instill that all into one exciting story. I think there's just a relentlessness and a kind of rawness and a sort of up all night thing, that we always gravitate towards. We love survive the night movies. We love movies that just kind of start, go, 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 and then when it's over, you kind of exhale and take a deep breath. And that was something that us, Guy, Jamie, William, Paul, we all wanted to go into this with. There's no off ramps. There's no slowdowns. It's really, it's I hate calling movies a ride, but it's a ride. It's you get on and hopefully you really love the characters, and that's what kind of pushes you through it. But I will say the set pieces in this one are the most fun we've had doing set pieces. Yeah. This was a new level for us.
I think that this movie finds the four survivors. It takes place shortly after the events of Scream 5, and it finds all of them, I think, struggling to deal with, and in their own unique ways, the events of the last movie. And we loved the idea that this story was set right on the heels of the previous one, so that we could really explore how each of these characters is navigating or not navigating, refusing to navigate the experience that they had in the past. And it finds them all in a big city, hopefully, surrounded by an energy that will help them move on and deal with all they have to deal with. And of course, Ghostface enters the picture. They realize that, even in a city of millions, they can't run and hide from this thing that's coming for them.
Going from Woodsboro to New York, sometimes, even though Woodsboro is this sleepy, idyllic town where you could be isolated and alone in the woods or on the outskirts of town even, New York, sometimes when you're new to a city like that, you feel alone, even though you're surrounded by millions of people. There are monsters all around you. And I think the Halloween theme that we added to this movie was also inherent of that and super fun. We were able to play with these iconic villains and monsters and have them surround our heroes in just everyday mundane circumstances, just as a way to show that you could be surrounded by monsters. And obviously, not everyone who moves to a city has a masked knife-wielding killer chasing them, but sometimes it could feel like that. It is intimidating, it is big, and it is scary to a certain extent. And I think each of our characters deal with it in their own very specific ways.
I gotta say the subway, for me, I feel like the subway, because I think we're all kind of scared when we're alone or, isolated, but I think we tend to feel some sort of safety in public, even though that obviously shifts with the times. But I think making that scary it's genuinely terrifying, the idea of being able to be surrounded by people and still not safe, which I think, unfortunately resonates. And there's just something there that I think that this movie kind of gets into a little bit that's
it's a very contemporary fear in a lot of ways.
In this one, the core four was that kind of ingredient for us, where it was cool, this really gets to be about these characters, their relationship, how they're dealing with the past, how they're working together to get through this current ordeal. And, just to say it, the actors who play the core four have become really close friends of ours. And so watching that relationship between them and with all of us together kind of evolve over the course of both movies is something just really special that I don't think we were expecting, and that I think you feel when you're watching the movie.
We're just so excited for it to be released, honestly. I think that we have like a feeling and energy around this one. I think some of it is just the pace that it's all happened in.
It's very fast.
But I think we really love and are so proud of how it turned out and the work that everybody has done. It feels like, just feels like it's something really special at work in it. We can't wait to share it with everybody.